Buying camera gear in Japan. How do you do it? Where do you do it? And how do you save a lot of money by buying secondhand equipment? We'll answer all of that in this episode of Jason inducing more gas and making you spend more money that you don't already have. And this helpful guide is made possible by our friends over at Squarespace. Welcome back to my channel where your wallet thinks you're abusive and your spouse hates me. Today we are at Yodobashi in Shinjuku, in my opinion, the camera shopping central in Japan. Think of Yodobashi as Best Buy meets B&H because they literally sell every single electronics that you can think of here. And what I love most about Yodobashi in Shinjuku is that they have floors. Floors of camera equipment that you can lose your entire day to looking at. Starting at floor 1, you have your general selection of cameras that includes point and shoots, camcorders, and action camera, as well as sound equipment. Floor 2 is a lot more focused on SLR cameras and mirrorless cameras along with their lenses. Floor 3, you got the lighting and telescopes. Floor 4 is a sea of tripods. When you get to floor 5, it's camera bags galore. Floor 6 is event space, which I assume they would host events in. So the next floor is not listed here, but it's actually heaven. And the only way to get there is by having your significant other send you there. And to get them to do that, all you have to do is just spend your entire life saving on camera gear here in Japan. That's horrible advice, but you know what they say, Jason Vong is never wrong. Now, I want to clarify that Yodobashi is not just in Shinjuku, but are also in other major parts of Japan, including Akihabara, Kyoto, Osaka, etc. I just happen to like the one in Shinjuku more. So shopping for cameras and lenses in Japan is way better than it is in the US, at least for introverts like me who are too shy to talk to our reps at our local camera store. You're laughing now, but you know it's you and RL. But seriously though, this is where you'll get the most unbiased hands-on experience on any of the cameras and lenses here, and they're all laid out right here for you to try. You can try out the brand new Canon mirrorless camera that you were hearing mixed reviews about. You can try out the latest Fuji camera that everyone is raving about. You can even try out the latest and greatest G Master lens on your Sony a7 III. Everything you want to take a look at is at your fingertips. But what about your girlfriend or your wife or your husband? What are they gonna do while you test out a bunch of camera? Come to Biclo. It's on the other side of Shinjuku. Biclo is a combination of big camera and Uniqlo. It takes the best of both worlds, beauty products, electronics, alcohol, etc. from big camera and the best lifewear from the greatest clothing brand, Uniqlo. And they say Marvel's Avengers is the most ambitious crossover ever. I still can't get over the ending. Okay, so what about price? Is it significantly cheaper or more expensive than our home country? It kind of depends, and I can only speak for the US. First, we gotta talk about the tax-free program. As foreigners, we are exempt from paying the 8% consumption tax on all purchases that are over 5,400 yen. All you need is a passport during checkout. With that said, all prices in the store are tax included. So with some rocket science math, we just need to deduct 8% to see the final price we would actually be paying for. For example, let's take a look at the Sony a7 III. After deducting the 8% tax and converting it to USD, we will be paying about $1,939 US if we were to buy this camera in Japan, versus buying it in America for about $2,000. In this instance, we're saving about $60. Let's take a look at another example, the Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master. The price we'll be paying for this lens in Japan would be $1,599 versus the $1,400 price tag in the US. In this instance, we will be overpaying about $200. I would recommend running the math first before making any purchases. Personally, I like buying secondhand camera gear here in Japan because I can save a lot of money. Now, buying things used is actually very common here. They literally have stores that only sell secondhand goods, like books and magazines at Book Off and music instruments at Hard Off. You think I'm lying to you, but that's really its name. Now, the Japanese people tend to really take care of their stuff, so even if it's used and being resold, you can often find whatever it is you're looking for in pristine condition. For used camera gear, there is Map Camera and Kitamura. Now, unfortunately, these are the types of stores that I can't bring my camera into, so I have to pull up some Google images for you. Quick story time. 2 years ago, I bought 3 Sony APS-C lenses here for almost half the original price. It was Christmas season and they were running a massive discount that could be stacked with the tax-free program that I was talking about earlier if you're a foreigner. It really helped brought down some of these $1,000 lenses if you were to buy them brand new to $500. Now, I don't know if they run that Christmas special annually, but keep your eyes peeled. So here are some tips for buying secondhand camera gear at Map Camera. I recommend going to their website first and checking the stock. Next to each listing, you'll find their conditions. And if you can somehow read Japanese, Map Camera actually does a really good job describing the condition of the lens. And they are pretty honest when it comes to even the most minuscule issue about the product. Now, the reason why I recommend checking the website first is because you can actually click on the conversion to show you what the tax-free price would be for foreigners. So when you're ready to buy, you'll have the price in mind already. Now, no doubt I'll get questions about returns and exchanges. I believe you are able to test out the product prior to purchase, but you do have up to 2 weeks to exchange or return the product if you happen to find any defects with it. Excluding junk items though, because those are final sale. By the way, I also did a camera shopping guide for Hong Kong. Go ahead and click up here to check it out. And let me know in the comments down below if I should do more of these camera gear shopping guides in other countries. Just don't tell your significant other or else I'm gonna get more death threats. By the way, before you go happy shopping, again, Vivi and I are in Japan right now. For 2019, we are focused on rebranding ourselves as traveling hybrid shooters, and we'll be populating those photos and videos on our website hosted on Squarespace. With Squarespace, we're able to rebuild our website with their clean templates. Everything's as simple as click and drag. Definitely check back in the next month to see our progress. However, you can try out Squarespace for yourself right now with a free trial. Whether you're building a portfolio or setting up an online shop, Squarespace is an all-in-one solution for you. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JasonVong to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You're welcome. See you guys in the next end card. Peace.